So, Alan, big question for you. Are you afraid of heights?
You know, I've never tried. I never tested that, but I do get sort of anxious when I see movies like this.
Okay, so I don't have like a fear like, oh, I'm deathly afraid or whatever, but I do get a little queasy or weak kneed if I'm like on the edge of a building or a high precipice and you look way down. I don't like to be in those areas for very long. So if you do have a fear of heights, this movie Fall is your nightmare. Okay, it's about a woman who tragically loses her husband in a mountain climbing accident, and what she does is on the anniversary of his death, she's going to climb this very high tower in the middle of a desert and let his ashes go off into the wind. She goes with her best friend. They climb the tower, and the lead actress, what's her name? She's actually going to be in the new Shazam movie.
Or she been in it.
I believe it's Grace Fulton. Yeah, Grace Fulton is the lead of the film, and she's the one whose husband passed away, and they go up on this tower, and of course, first of all, I'm shocked that they made an entire movie. It's like an hour and 40 minutes, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays Grace Fulton's character's father, and I didn't recognize him. He just looks like a different version of Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
By the way, it's Grace Currey.
Grace Currey. It says Grace. Great. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, no, Grace Fulton. Okay.
Yeah, Grace Fulton.
Yeah.
Grace Fulton. Okay. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate it, helping me out here. So they climb up this tower, and I'm just shocked that they made they start climbing the tower about 15 minutes into the movie. I'm like, how are they going to make a whole movie of them caught on the tower? And they do. It's like that Ryan Reynolds movie Buried, where he's like in the coffin and doesn't know where he is, and all he has is his cell phone. Have you ever seen that movie? Ryan Reynolds? Look it up.
Yeah.
All right, look it up.
I saw the episode of CSI where that happened. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this whole movie, they're stuck on this tower, and they go through like, okay, what can we do? They're getting attacked by vultures. Like every 5-10 minutes, there's a new problem that they have to solve, and leading to a twist ending that I'm not going to reveal the ending, but I will say this: the movie is very effective at giving you this fear of heights and the fear of impending doom. Because what happens is they get trapped on top of the tower when of course, like what they're climbing just crumbles and falls off this tower. They're just stuck up there with no tangible way to get down. But I thought of a way they could get down that kind of bugged me.
Oh, yeah.
So they try everything. They're like they throw their cell phone down because there's better coverage on the ground than up high. So they throw their cell phone down to send an Instagram post to call 911 and their location. They go through like every possible way to solve their problem, except I thought of a way they could get down. You ever do that with like a sort of like movies where people are on peril? You put your head into that and think to yourself, well, how would I respond in that situation? And I thought it's a simple thing of like, and I've seen this where you shimmy down, like you've got like something around you and you kind of shimmy down using your feet, and like, you could use cloth or a wire and kind of shimmy down the pole.
And they definitely had rope to do that.
They didn't do that. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here like, why don't you just shimmy down the pole? Why don't you just shimmy down the pole? I swear I've seen it in an episode of the 66 Adam West Batman TV series. Didn't they shimmy down poles? Like you put something around the thing, you hold it, and then you kind of slide. I mean, it's not the ideal way to get down, but it's better than staying up there. And they stay up there.
Batman, the pole is sideways, and then they're just walking.
Well, true. Yes, I get it. But this movie is fine. It's not the greatest movie in the world. Not going to change your life. It's like a lot of things that come out now. It's just like, oh, that was fun. It's okay. I forgot half of it having walked out of the theater, and it was. I will say the kind of the twist that happens like in the third act, I thought was pretty clever. But if you're afraid of heights, I feel like or if you're not afraid of heights, take your friend who is afraid of heights, because that'll be like a fun thing to experience, them watching the movie, living in utter terror and fear. Mm-hmm. So fun film, not a great film, but I'm impressed that they were able to sustain this concept for a full hour, 40 minutes, stuck on the top of the tower, trying to figure out any possible way that they can solve their situation. Mm-hmm. But in my head, I'm like, just shimmy down with, get something. You could take your jacket or something, I know it's not, look, and this is like in my, like, yeah, sure, I'm not in that situation, but I swear I've seen that before. You just shimmy down.
They had plenty of rope to do that. Absolutely.
If they had some, well, yeah. Okay, so you saw the movie.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so what are your thoughts, Alan?
I agree with you. I mean, I don't know that I'm acrophobic, but I was definitely feeling the anxiety, and they were pushing it. They were very much pushing it. I'll just have to say it. It's a well-constructed thriller. It does capture your attention for an hour and a half, and they go through everything that they possibly could do, except for shimmying down the tower.
Why didn't they think to shimmy?
Yeah. Other than that, and then I hadn't even thought about the buzzards, the vultures, until they came. And and the ending, which I won't spoil, is it's okay, it's clever. They did it, and this is what you want. If you want an hour and a half of just on the edge of your seat, we're there, and it's constructed well. I always like movies that are constructed like an orchestral piece. It's got its high moments, the quiet moments, moving back to the high moments, and then leading to the crescendo at the end. And this movie does it. And it's just weird, but I'm fairly impressed with the way they pulled this movie off. That there are a lot of safety measures here, and that they may not actually be on top of this tower the whole time, but yeah, they fooled me, and I like that. I like that.
Yeah, and I mean, they do legit climb a lot. I'm just wondering how much was digital. How obviously when they're at the very top, that's all digital, but it was very convincingly done.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like these actors know what they're doing, and they actually did everything, all the stunts. At least it appears that way, and that you could plausibly believe the characters did these things.
But it's with any movie that's like a disaster movie, or in particular a zombie movie, right? Like, what are the choices I would make if I was in that situation? I think that everybody thinks that, and that's where the movie, like, just I just kept saying they just have to shimmy. It's not going to be easy, and like as the movie goes on, because they're up there more than a day, it like as it goes on, like they're getting weak. They're tight. They don't have water. It's like you got your full strength now. You got to shimmy. Yeah. So,
I don't think it's spoiler to say that they're up there for a few days. Actually,
So, Alan, would you recommend Fall?
I would absolutely recommend it. Especially with the glut of movies we have this summer.
Yeah, there's not a lot of things to see in theaters at this moment, but. A mild recommendation, if you see it on streaming later, you didn't miss anything. But I will say this, I think seeing it in a theater really adds to that, like that fear of heights. I mean, it's like a real terror, right? So yeah, let's get to some comments here. So a mild recommendation for Fall from both Alan and I, but it's not like,
I think it's a good recommendation.
It's
it's not great, but it's good.
It's a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes for me, probably 65 or 70. It's not, but so there you go. Let's get some comments here before we talk about Dragon Ball Super. Not the Batman says the real horror of the movie would have been the characters are 2/3 of the way up and their stomach rumbles. And one of them says, I shouldn't have had that gas station coffee. Yeah. Or how about gas station nachos? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You bring it up all the time, but neither of them peed at any point during the time. I
always think, when are the characters going to the bathroom? When do they go to the bath? That should have been a thing in the movie. Yeah. Scott Slaughterbeck says,
that could have helped the dehydration problem.
Alan, what you said is just wrong. What you said is just wrong.
Hey, look, if you watch Bear Grylls and Man vs. Wild, you know that's what they do.
This is Alan.
You watch survival shows, that's what they do.
Okay, Scott Slaughterbeck says, I don't think shimmy would work. One slip, it's over. But that's the point. You got to take the risk.
Yeah. But I think you can loop it around.
Out of the tension. Shimmying down, it's like one, I think give it a shimmy.
Yeah.
The sequel to Fall is shimmy.
They had enough rope where they could loop it around like 2 or 3 times as they're shimmying.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Fletcher Williams says, Alan and Chris fixing movie problems one at a time. Scott Slaughterbeck goes on to say, I feel for the crew filming that film. Amanda Nowicki, nobody ever comes up with the obvious answers in a film. That's true. Like movie characters, they have to be dumb. They just have to be dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it also gives the audience the sense that, oh, I'm smarter than the characters in the movie because I would shimmy.
And that would have ended the movie like 20 minutes into it.
Flaccid Phoenix says they didn't pee because they have 3 kidneys each. Well, there you go. Let's see. Trav 101 says, they get creative with, I like it when movies do this. So, yeah. All right. Remember that Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie, The Walk, says Bear Down Adam, who's a member. Thank you. I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember that one.
I don't remember it. And Bear Down Adam goes on to say, I hate heights. I'm with you, dude. I don't like, look, I have a fear of things, but I just do them anyway. Like, I don't like to fly on airplanes, but I do it, so I don't know. Fear is just like, whatever. I just set it aside. You got to learn to face your fear. Fear is the mind killer. That I'll tell you that mantra from Dune, like I learned when I was like 14 and very useful in real life.